Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video, it's tool time with Guda. It's tools, tools, tools. And it's the past, it's the future. Stay tuned for tools. Okay, so if it's one thing that I have learned in the past year of dealing with whatever, tools in my life and all this stuff, is that things like this, right? So this gizmo right here, right? Which is all my screws, basically. There's 3 layers in there. And this gizmo right here, okay? Those things right there have made my life so much quicker, easier. This thing is another thing that has made my life just a lot simpler. Now this is about ready to go through a big upgrade, so you should subscribe if you want to see how I'm going to improve upon this design right now. So what I've really been learning is that the more organized that I am, the better, which I don't think I really needed to learn it, but like my organization of my tools, I started this latest incarnation of this is my 3rd set of tools, okay? My first set of tools, super young, lost them at about 23, and mostly like a craftsman, you know, pretty decent amount of stuff. And then I lost my next set of tools at 27 years old, and there was a lot of really unique stuff for like glass blowing and just all kinds of tools. Now, so this latest incarnation of my tools, I got my first tool, which I think is not actually technically a tool, but these, my girlfriend bought these for me, knee pads, had a job, I think at the carnival, believe it or not, long story. And that I think is maybe 2006. Now I have a saw, a skill saw from like right about that time as well. And then about 2007, I started buying tools, right? So I bought a set of these. These are 10.8 volt. It was a discontinued thing I got on Craigslist for probably a good deal. So I bought this, and I got this other Hitachi 18 volt drill set, you know, Sawzall and all that, right? And that was about 2007. I had like a job where I was remodeling nightclubs, right? And typically I was doing this in the middle of the night. So I had to move all my stuff in and do all the work. And then before the bar opened the next day, I had to pack everything out. And so I adopted a system of bags. Okay, so bags and buckets. Here's an example. I think this has been my electrical stuff for maybe a decade. It's been like that. So this is going into this, right? That's pretty nice, top of the line, way better organization, right? So basically what I'm doing right now is I am kind of looking at buying tools and having tools a little bit differently. Like I used to just buy a tool, like I have a lot of tools that I needed like right then. I have a lot of tools that I bought at one point and didn't use them and then used. Like I don't have tools, like a couple tools I haven't used much, but I don't have any tools I not used at all. Except I just actually bought a bunch more tools, but we're not going there right now. So we'll talk about that in a second. So this bag method, right, is you have tools, stick them in a bag. The more tools you get, the less you have the ability to close the bag, right? So I have bags and bags for this and bags for that, right? And I haven't really bought more bags or boxes or anything like that. I just keep buying tools. And then, so here's a good example. So I just start stuffing stuff in buckets, right? So there's a bucket. Well, that particular bucket just happens to be where I keep all my concrete drill stuff, right? But then I have all those buckets. They're of just random stuff. And there's another bucket full of random stuff. Now, I have had these for, I don't even know how long, right? But basically, it's like all my drill stuff is supposedly goes in here. And then this is like such a huge variety of stuff. It's definitely ridiculous. It's just, there's too much stuff of too many categories. Like, just this, I mean, it's been good, but it's so heavy that it's just places, just set stuff, it goes there, it goes there. I don't grab this and go and do projects with it at all. But you can see I got bags, and these racks, honestly, I don't even have as many damn tools as I racks, right? So, and then like all my sockets and wrenches are just jumbled in there. So anytime I need a socket or a wrench, I mean, things come to they slow down drastically. So what I'm in the process of doing right now is I've ordered some of these Milwaukee packouts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through my entire tool collection, and this is going to take a while, and I'm going to basically transport it into Milwaukee Packout stuff. Now, you saw my electrical bag. That's Klein because that bag in Milwaukee Packouts gets a terrible rating. So I like top end stuff, good stuff that's just going to keep going and last, not be garbage. And if my tools are falling out of it, that one's rating. So I'm not fanboying Milwaukee, but their pack out system, most of the hard stuff is really, really exceptional stuff, right? So, and as an example, I've got this toolbox. I've had that toolbox for, I don't even know. And I bought it just to be able to lock up my tools. So, and this reminds me of like my mother's dad had a toolbox about that size from his grandfather. So it was like from the 1800s and possibly a bunch from Germany, right? And it was like a Tetris pack of boxes, and in those little boxes or bins would be tools, and then just the entire thing was just put together in such a way to transport the tools pretty darn efficiently. But when you were getting at them and using them, it was super hard. Like, how do you get to the bottom tool is by taking every single tool out, right? Well, that toolbox is the same story. It's huge. It's nice, it locks and all that, but having smaller toolboxes that have tools in them so you can open, maybe move a couple things and open a lid, and then you've got all the tools and that's it in that box. This is what I'm moving to, right? So the racks aren't going to be in my way. And I'm going to be selling off some of this stuff because honestly, like that toolbox, I don't really see that toolbox as being useful for me anymore. I'm going to clean it out and put it up for sale. So, and as far as those two bins I showed in the beginning, they're great and all, but they're just that one, right? So I'm going to upgrade those to the Milwaukee stuff as well because it just snaps together and you can move it around, put it on wheels. I mean, it's just such a great system. I'm super impressed with it, right? So that's what's going on. And I've ordered a bunch of this stuff, and what I've actually sat down and I've done is I've been writing down tool kits. So the tools that I would put in one container, accessory kits, and then I've been writing down for drawers, like what would go into this drawer. So I'm literally making lists of things and thinking this all through so I don't end up just buying random stuff that I don't need, because admittedly the Milwaukee Packout stuff is not cheap, and I'm I just bought some and I got a deal on it because I'm super everything I want to buy with a deal on it right now because I just don't want to piss away any money. So, but that whole project is basically because of what I've learned on having my charging station, having those two boxes of being able to go boom, 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 and get to stuff and quickly go like this. And I just want that to be how my entire tool set is. So, all right, So that's Tool Time with Guda, some history and stuff. I hope you liked the video. If you do, like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Peace.